Sup, fuckers? We're watching the sunset. I was watching a video of a Marine reacting to a soldier burning his uniform. I think maybe we'll talk about that for a minute. This whole thing was about reintegrating into society and whatever, and like this is what I'd like you to get about Rachel. Fuck your society. Fuck Western culture in a way. Not all of it. Some of it's good. I want to keep the good and get rid of the bad. But, basically, I think the court system of America is pretty much to blame for our society, quote unquote, being what it is. I would like a return to a simpler time where, you know, your word was your bond, and like you fucking went around acting all fucking crazy, you got shot by somebody. I want the old West again. I think we should eliminate all law enforcement except for the local sheriff. That basically in a nutshell makes me react to that video differently than most people, because my reaction to that video is like, yes, finally. Like, the Marine's whole thing about the soldier was that he's not doing a good job reintegrating into society. Assuming that is a goal that you wish to have, let's talk about that. Like, I think American society is shit. Go watch Rick and Morty for a while. You'll get it. You know? Oh. Sorry, I'm on an uneven part of the concrete where I'm used to sitting. We have a helmet on. Cars have the weirdest headlights now. Anyway, it's not that like American society is evil necessarily, is that it's fake. You've created this like fake world where there's no confrontation anymore, and like back in the 60s and 70s, at least there was, you know, shit went back in the dark alley and got done, and then we came back out in the bright alley and waved at the cops. That's not how shit is anymore. It's not how it's been for a long fucking time. We live in this fake fucking world where everyone is just furious at each other to the point of shooting each other all the time. As you know, you might be like, oh, you're just, you know, not well. That's not true. I see this in our society. The lie of our society is that we have people walking. The lie of our society is that I don't remember what I was saying, really. Anyway, I don't really remember what I was saying. Like, this is half of the thing. It's like, they can walk by or whatever. They just happen to fucking interrupt me. The great lie of our society is that people are psychologically normal or not normal. I hate to break this to you, but you all are, Jesus Christ. As crazy as I am, I don't know what's going on with the focus with this thing. You all are as crazy as I am. Or as crazy as anyone else is. Like, the real thing that I'd like you to take away from my channel is basically that the difference between a crazy person and a not crazy person is whether everyone else agrees with them. Okay? And to some extent, what I mean by that is like, why am I crazy? I am crazy because I believe that the American federal government is a piece of shit and deserves to be burned from its foundations to its rafters in its entirety. And I don't care how many of you that causes to die. That makes me crazy. Why do I believe this? I believe this because they basically exist to shit, piss, and moan on everyone. Like, the moaning is the worst. Like, this is from the perspective, again, of, like, I am a Comanche, a Cherokee, a Choctaw, and many other fucking native nations. Like, I am like the mutt of all fucking mutts. I'm an Oklahoman. We're like the people that got kicked out of Texas. Just because a group of people gathers together and says that it's the law doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't even mean it's the law, really. What we currently have is a bunch of fuckers in Washington, D.C. that think that they can just go around making the law. They aren't the law. I'm the law. You can tell I'm the law because when I drive past the law doing twice the speed limit next to a school, they don't pull me over. My conclusion is that there is no law. You know? Cops might pull me over if they were in a group of 40. This is what happens in a nutshell when you put my brother in prison and when you make a police force where you won't hire me. You know? Half of the reason that I ended up wandering around in foreign countries instead of being a fucking detective is pretty much in its entirety. I made a decision in college not to do that. I saw that there was no future in it, and I decided to try to go do archaeology instead. And I sucked at that. And then I was in a hotel bar in Jordan. You know, it's where interesting meetings happen. You know, some people, you might say, are legit crazy. Being someone that has literally been sat down with someone who was so Looney Tunes that no one else could get anything out of them, but I managed to get the dude's fucking address out of them. Like, this is some of the stuff that I used to do, is like, I'm good. I'm good at communicating to people. I am an anthropologist. I would have made a hell of a linguistic anthropologist if I didn't hate my fucking teacher at it. Okay? There's many, many things that you can do that are of value, even in combat, that aren't fucking shooting a gun. Like, this is, in a nutshell, why I do anything that I do. Like, I try to exercise. I try to lose weight. I try to be better than what I am. And I just made a whole video about that. That has nothing to do with this government rant. This government rant is more or less that that soldier was disappointed that his government has no respect for him or his achievements, given that they came from the government. Son, welcome to the government. They've been treating soldiers that way since the Civil War. Personally, I'm not a citizen of the United States, so I am not a civilian. I am at best an unfriendly. I like to call myself a gray rider. Like, this is my fucking country. They currently occupy it. The Confederate States of America, or whatever you wish to call the South, needs to separate from fucking America. Texas, in particular, should be fleeing. I think Oklahoma should be cutting its fucking power lines and figuring out how to run new ones. Like, this is my issue with that fucking video, really, is that, well, thank you for joining the resistance, brother. Like, the federal government should be opposed. It should be opposed at every level. If it means war, then we should fight a war. It's come to that. They're treading on the First Amendment. They're treading on the Second Amendment. I will not go quietly into the night. To quote Bill Paxton. Well, I'm going to cut this off here and start a different video, I think. If you agree with most of what was said in this video, like, subscribe, share, follow me on Patreon for, I don't know, I'll do something there eventually. I'll see you guys later.